Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome each and every one of you to this powerful webinar. We're going to be discussing something very specific on today's topic. And today's topic is how to give an effective webinar. An effective business presentation. Now, keep in mind, this is a special webinar honing in on one of the 7 skills that is very important to master. And today, we're going to be specifically focused on how to give an effective business presentation. And I truly believe that there is a science and an art to giving a really effective business presentation. Now, I'm going to go over some of the things that I believe are the science, some of the things I think fall in the category of being in art, and then we're going to go through an actual presentation. You're going to see me displaying some of the characteristics that we talk about. So first, let's discuss the science portion of giving an effective business presentation. Number one, if you're taking notes, number one, it is very important to build a rapport. You have to build a rapport with the people or persons that you are doing a business presentation with. Now, during this building the rapport stage, I like to find out what your prospect wants, and I like to get them talking so that I can try to find out what it is they want in the building the rapport process. We're going to go through some of the ways I do that. If you've ever been to any sort of home presentation with me, we'll gather around the kitchen table and I'll ask everybody, first of all, let's just get to know one another. First, let's just go around the table, tell me your name, tell me what you do for a living, and tell me if you could take a dream vacation anywhere in the world. Take somebody special with you. Didn't have to worry about the cost. Where would you go on a dream vacation? Sir, let's begin with you. And then we'll literally go around the table. Everybody's telling me what their name is, what they do for a living, and where they would go on a dream vacation. Now, the reason I do this particular exercise at a home party is I want, of course, to remember everybody's name, but I also want the people that are there present for the actual event, whether it's a home presentation, a restaurant, in an office setting. I want everybody to know that we have all walks of life. Some people are students, some are professionals, some are homemakers, whatever it may be. I want them to hear that we have all walks of life in the actual presentation. Then when I'm asking them to tell me their dream vacation, where they'd like to go, that does 2 things. Number one, it starts the dreaming process. It makes them just start thinking, where would I like to go if I could take a vacation anywhere in the world and take somebody special, didn't have to worry about the cost? Where would I like to go? Also, it gets them into making a decision phase moment. Sometimes people will say, well, I'd go anywhere. Well, I'd take a cruise. Okay, where exactly would you go on your cruise? Well, I like to go to the Caribbean. Ah, wonderful. Where in the Caribbean first would you like to go? So I get them making a decision of where they'd like to go, because later on in the presentation, I'm going to ask that question as part of the presentation. And then that brings back to mind where they started dreaming. So this is all within the science portion of building a rapport. Then you want to, under building a rapport, A is to find out what your prospect wants. Get them talking, okay? And I just kind of shared with you a little bit of what I do. Sometimes if I don't ask, where would you like to go on a dream vacation, I may ask, if you had an extra $1,000 and you wanted to treat yourself, and how would you treat yourself with an extra $1,000? You can't say pay bills. You can't say save the money. What would you do to treat yourself? Again, this gets them dreaming about what they would do if they had the extra $1,000 purely to just treat themselves. But the key here is to get them talking, get the dreaming process going. Now, under building rapport, you want to tell your story. So after they've gone by and introduced themselves, then I typically say, well, allow me to do the same thing, tell you a little bit about myself. And then that goes right into telling my story. And then the second item that I want you to notate under the science portion of how to give an effective presentation is what I call your base statement. Your base statement is the statement by which you justify why you're giving them the presentation in the first place. So a base statement by definition will be to tell them why you want to show them this presentation and what you're going to ask them at the very end. Okay. And before I start this presentation, you'll hear me give my base statement. And that base statement, you're going to come back to at the very end. Okay. Now, those are just the items I have under the science portion of how to give an effective presentation. The art form of it all is to kind of do some things simultaneously while you're doing the science part of it. You're doing that part of it that makes the presentation very effective. And I call that the art part of it all. Under the second category, if you're taking notes, which is the art, I'm going to say number one, make a connection with your guests during the rapport building step. And here's the art part of that. It's important to be interested in them before you are being interesting in giving your presentation. So to give an idea of what I mean, as sometimes people are saying, when I tell me your story, tell me your name, tell me what you do for a living, and where would you go on a dream vacation? You could take somebody special, didn't have to worry about the cost. Where would you go on a dream vacation? When I start going around the table at the home party, if people start to say certain things that are vague, I'll ask more specific questions. Like they might say, I work for the school system. And I'd say, oh, okay, in what capacity? Like doing what? Okay, teaching. How long have you been teaching? I've been teaching for 7 years. Fantastic. Thank goodness for your service and what you do. Where would you go on a dream vacation? But I ask those questions to let them know that I am interested in them before I begin my part of the presentation, whereby I am interesting. It's more important to be interested during the rapport building stage than being interesting at this time. So I'm going to say, ask a question or two, let them know as you're talking about themselves. If you're in a group, you may want to make, if you're in front of the room and you're during the rapport building part, you may want to begin by asking a few questions to guests and making eye contacts and making them raise their hands. Those are things that I do that build rapport and allow me to connect with the actual guest. Like I might say, if I'm in front of the room and it's a crowd of 200 people and I've got the guest situated at the front of the room, I might say, well, let me begin first of all by asking you all a few questions. How many people here in the room today would like to wake up in the morning whenever you feel like waking up, roll over, not roll out of bed? Raise your hand. People will start raising their hand. I'll point to them and say, yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean, making connections with them. And I'll say, and be honest with me now, who here would really, really like to make some extra money? Put something in your bank account every single week. Raise your hand. And they're raising their hand. I'm making eye contacts. I'm pointing at them. Even in a group setting, these are things that I do that are building rapport, making eye contact, having them raise their hand, pointing and looking directly at the guest, nodding at them. These are things that I do before the actual group presentation begins, okay? Something else that falls in the art category, in my opinion, is to overcome the 5 objections during the presentation. Now, keep in mind, there are only 5 objections, and I try to overcome all of these objections when I'm telling my story and throughout the presentation, okay? So here are the 5 objections that you're gonna hear me overcome during the presentation. So if I know what the 5 objections are, I can overcome or handle them before I even get them. Because there's only 5 objections that you're gonna get by the end of the actual presentation. And the 5 objections are, number 1, I don't have the money. Number 2, I don't have the time. Number 3, I'm not the sales type. I don't like selling stuff. Number 4, somebody won't let them do this. My spouse won't let me do it. My job won't let me do it. My benefits, unemployment benefits, Social Security benefits, some unknown entity or known entity they feel like won't let them do this. That's a common objection as well. And then the last one is it's a pyramid. They just really don't understand the business structure, okay? So these are the 5 objections, and I'm telling you that I'm going to overcome and address each of these objections while I'm telling my story and throughout the presentation itself, because I know at the end of the presentation, I'm going to ask them to make a decision. Therefore, I'm going to address each of these objections prior to getting them, okay? Another thing under the art is I begin the closing process from the very beginning. In other words, I start off the beginning of my presentation. I'm already moving people closer to collecting a decision. When I say the term closing, closing simply means you're collecting a decision. Is it yes? Is it no? Is it maybe for you to join? That's going to happen at the end. In other words, the purpose of giving the presentation is to collect a decision at the end. So I start leading them down the decision-making process from the very beginning. And there are some things I do along the way that I think are beneficial that I've been trained to do, and that is to get at least 6 yeses along the way throughout the presentation. I try to have the guests at least say yes out loud 6 times. And just to remind you, you're going to hear me ask questions, and I want the guests to say yes. Oh, yeah, yes. Yes, 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 yes. At the end, I want them to make a decision. If they're already saying yes, yes, yes throughout the presentation, at the end, what I want them to say, yes, yes, that's exactly right. So we're going to get the yes that's going along the way. Now, to get these yeses along the way, I use something called tie downs. Now, a tie down is a quick question that you ask when you know the answer is yes. Like, does that make sense? People say, yes, that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? That's a tie down. Yes, I know what you mean. Would it mean something to you? Yes, it would. Is that something you would like? Yes, it is. Is that fair enough? Yes, it is. Can you see yourself there? Yes, I can. Is that something you want? Yes, it is. Do you know other people that might want the same thing? Yes, I do. Yes, 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 yes. I'm getting these yes responses all throughout the presentation. Now, before I begin the actual presentation, I just want you to know that I'm going to tell them a little story before I start the presentation. And in telling that little story before I start the presentation, I'm really telling them what I'm getting ready to tell them. And then when I begin the presentation, I'm actually telling them along the way. And then at the very end, I'm going to collect a decision. Now, what I'm going to do during the purpose of this particular presentation here is I'm going to, number one, sell the membership first. The membership all by itself. I want to sell that first. I want to get a buy-in from the guests that it makes sense to have a membership. They like having a membership. Do they think that this is something that most people would want? And the answer is yes. I'm going to sell the membership first. Number two, then I'm going to sell upgrading to platinum, or what I call the referral program. So after the membership is sold, then I'm going to be selling the importance or the benefits of upgrading your membership to platinum, why that's a good thing. Then, number three, I'm going to be promoting or selling the earnings program, the part of the program that's about making money. So in my presentation, there's 3 separate presentations going on. One is the membership, one is to upgrade to platinum, the other is the earnings program. And I sell them each individually, all inside of one presentation. Okay? So now after I've gone through, I'm getting ready to start the actual presentation itself. After I've gone through and done some, if I'm at a home party, done some sort of rapport building where I've gone by and asked everybody their, tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you do for a living? Where would you go on a dream vacation if you could take somebody special, didn't have to worry about the cost? After I've gone around and done all of that, and it comes back to me, I'll start by telling my story, moving into my base statement, and beginning the actual presentation itself. So I'm going to start there. Well, thanks very much for each of you for sharing a little bit about yourselves. If you don't mind, I'd like to do the very same thing to you, kind of give you just a snapshot in about 30 seconds about my personal and professional background. My wife and I met and fell in love at the age of 16. Really, we grew up together, graduating high school, moving into college. Both of us have multiple degrees. We both have our doctorate degrees. And moving from there into the corporate America workforce, my wife is a CPA and me as a finance director for an investment corporation. Both of us had strong 6-figure incomes and really lead a productive life. And after 13 years of marriage, we decided to start a family. Now, it wasn't until the birth of our 2 children that everything changed for us. Here's what I mean. We thought before we had kids that we'd have those special Kodak moments, seeing our kids take their first steps, speak their first words, just all the precious stuff that goes along with having kids when they're really, really young. Unfortunately, that didn't happen for us because Well, let's just say that because of our demanding work schedules, our kids became the first ones dropped off and the last ones picked up at daycare. Now, we knew as Christians that this is not the way God wants us to lead our life, or raise our family. So we began to really seek some spiritual advice through prayer, through fasting, asking God, what should we do not to sacrifice our family just to earn a living? Well, right about that time, we were introduced in the industry of networking and working from home. Now, keep in mind, we had absolutely no experience doing this, none at all. But we had really good coaches, really good teachers, really good mentors that literally grabbed us by the hand and began to just walk us step by step right toward our goals. Within our first 6 months, we were both able to completely retire from corporate America and just work from home, which was extremely gratifying. In a little less than 2 years, about 20 months, we hit the millionaire status of income in our household, which was just life-changing. We went on to be seven-figure annual earners per year, year after year after year. But more importantly, we were able to help tens of thousands of other people dramatically change their financial situation and completely enhance their life. For a lot of them, it was the most money they've ever made in their entire life. Now, let me just kind of share with you what actually happened back in 2013. I'm sorry, back in 2003. You see, back in 2003, we met a group of founders. And we felt like these founders that we met back in 2003 were really visionaries at the time. You see, this group of founders said to us, one day everybody's going to book their travel online. Now, keep in mind, that may not sound so visionary today, but back then we were hooking up our laptops to the phone lines and everybody was afraid to use their credit cards on the internet. And everybody was using travel agents. And we thought it was a brilliant concept that one day everybody would just go online and book their travel themselves. So they created a platform where you could just go online, book your travel, and instead of the commissions going to a highly advertised site like Travelocity, Orbitz, or Expedia, the commission came back to you. We thought it was brilliant. We locked arms with them. They taught us what they knew. We followed their lead. We made a ton of money and saw a lot of lives change and ours change along with it. Well, if I fast forward to today, that travel industry has continued to evolve. What I mean by that is nobody uses travel agents anymore, nobody I know. Matter of fact, everybody books their travel online. Wouldn't you agree? Well, here's what people do nowadays when they book their travel online. They go online to book and they start their comparison process. They begin to compare this website price with that website price. Let me check over here and check over there. Expedia, Travelocity, Orbitz, Cheap Tickets, Hotels.com, Trivago, Priceline. They just start checking and comparing. What if I left early in the morning? What if I left late at night? And they're just searching and searching and searching, trying to save a few dollars, trying to find the best value. Do you know what I mean? Well, that same group of founders created a new company and a new product that addresses today's travel need that everybody wants. They've created an exclusive wholesale travel and vacation membership. As a matter of fact, when I say exclusive, because not everybody knows about it. And when I say wholesale travel and vacation membership, I mean, our members have prices that the general public just doesn't have access to. That's how low the prices are. They're literally so low, the general public can't see them. So what I would like to do is take a moment or two, if you don't mind, and kind of show you how all this works. And at the very end, I'm going to ask you if you like what you see. Does that sound fair enough? Okay, let's go ahead and begin. See, that was my base statement. And I began by just asking everybody if you could take a dream vacation going anywhere you wanted to, stay as long as you wanted for a full week, 8 days, 7 nights, scoop up somebody special. Where would you go on that dream vacation? What kind of traveler are you? Do you like the Caribbean? You like to go on cruises? You like international travel? What kind of travel are you? And during this time, I like to get people to make a decision. I want to see their eyes light up when they talk about where they want to go. And I do that. Then I just remind them, now, what we're offering here today is what I was telling you about earlier, which is an exclusive wholesale travel and vacation membership. Now, keep in mind, our members travel where they want, when they want, with who they want, for the lowest possible prices anywhere in the public space. Matter of fact, it's all backed by a 150% price difference guarantee. If you find it anywhere in the public space, just let our company know if you pay lower than what we offer, which is almost never happens, but they'll pay you 150% of the price difference. That's our guarantee. Now, keep in mind, you can use this for vacation travel, business travel, everyday travel. As a matter of fact, let me share with you what you get when you become a member. Now, look at this. You're going to get your very own booking engine, your own Travelocity, your own Expedia. It's got more than 500% more inventory than the sites that you're used to seeing right now, but it's got all the same stuff. It's got your flights, your hotels, cars, cruises, vacation homes, weekly stays, even a place for timeshare. Now, keep in mind, let me share with you how this works. Remember, you're getting the guaranteed lowest possible prices anywhere in the public space. There are absolutely no blackout dates, and we have a full service concierge right there at your fingertips. Just type it in, set it up. They'll answer questions for you. Matter of fact, if you've got a special type of vacation, a family reunion, or maybe a tour internationally, you can set an appointment with our concierge, and they can even take care of some of the accommodations for you. But everything I'm going to be showing you today has what's called rebate reward points. What I mean by that is these reward points are going to be given to you. You earn them doing the same travel you were already going to do anyway. And they start to add up. And in the future, you can use your reward points instead of cash, because I believe the best place for your money is in your pocket. Wouldn't you agree? Okay, let me give you an example of how the technology works. See where it says search? When you click there, now the technology begins to search hundreds and hundreds of retail websites. It searches Travelocity, Orbitz, Expedia, hundreds of sites you've never even heard of. And it's going to come back and show you, the member, what the lowest price available in the public space is. We call that the public price. It's going to come back and show you, the member, what the lowest public price is. But it's going to show you that price before the taxes and the fees are added. Then it's going to show you your member price with the taxes and the fees already included. Now, let me show you some actual vacations that are pretty popular vacations. This one here is going to Disney World, right there on the Disney property, 4 days, 3 nights, 2 adults. Now, this is one of the most popular vacation destinations on the planet. Now, look, the lowest price on the internet, if you search for hours and hours and hours and hours, the lowest price you're going to find for this particular vacation is $678, but then you got to factor in the taxes and the fees. But look at our price. See, just because you're a member, your member price is $269, but the taxes and fees are already included. Now, I want to make sure one thing's perfectly clear. This is the exact same vacation. What I mean by that is during the exact same time, in the exact same room, with the exact same Disney World, the exact same Mickey Mouse. It's the exact same thing. The only thing that's different is the amount you paid for it. You're going to save more money than you spent on this vacation because you have $400 in your pocket while you're there at Disney World. Here's another, going to Times Square right there in the Big Apple, Manhattan. Lowest price on the internet, if you search for 2 weeks, will be 3-day, 3-night weekend right there in the heart of Manhattan, $1,174 for the weekend. Our member price, that's your price, is $426. Once again, you have more money in your pocket than it costs you to spend. Don't you agree that the best place for money is in your pocket? Yes. Okay, great. Well, let me keep going. Now, this is something that a lot of people like. Can you just imagine going to Rome, Italy? Imagine the food, the fun, the culture, the shopping, the clothes, man, everything associated with that. Lowest price on the internet, if you search for hours and hours, is $1337. This is for a full 7-night stay for 2 people. Well, look at our price, $525 with $800 in your pocket. Now, keep in mind, if you just divide $525 by 7 nights, you can tell that's less than $100 a night. You can't even stay at my house for less than $100 a night. I know that's a joke, but don't you think it makes sense if you're going to go there anyway to be paying less money and have more money in your pocket? Doesn't that make sense to you? Isn't that? Okay, very good. Let's keep going. Now, this is a dream vacation that my wife and I have actually been on. We went to Bora Bora. My goodness, it's awesome. They've even got these particular bungalows that have glass floors. Ladies, can you imagine looking down at your feet and seeing the fish and the marine life and all the whole world of that marine life right underneath your toes? Think about that. They canoe out your meals right there to your room. Well, this is a dream vacation. Look at the lowest price on the internet before taxes and fees, and look at the price that you're paying. Can you imagine going there? Don't you think it makes sense if you're going to go there anyway to have $3,222 in your pocket? See, really, if I think about this, and let me ask you a question, you're pretty much already familiar with this whole process, this whole concept. Are you familiar with Sam's and Costco? Yes. Oh, okay. So you already realize that Sam's and Costco has better value than other supermarkets, right? Yes. Oh, okay. Very good. Well, can you just go up in there and start shopping? No. You got to have a what? A membership. Same concept here. Now, keep in mind, sometimes you may not just want to stay in a hotel room with a bed and a bathroom. You may want to actually get a beachfront property or a whole weekly stay. My wife and I love these weekly stays. Now, keep in mind, we're not a big ski fan, but look at this ski vacation for 4 adults, 4 people, 2 bedrooms in a 4-star ski resort. Now, I'm not a big skier, but look at that. Man, I could really rock that. Put a log in the fireplace, snuggle up with my girl, have a nice hot cup of cocoa during the cold weather. This could be a really fun vacation. Look at the lowest price on the internet and compare that with our price. You're saving over $100 a night to stay in the exact same place, the exact same time. Matter of fact, I like walking around when I'm on vacation knowing that I paid a lot less than other people who I'm looking at in the same restaurant, in the same hotel, in the same lobby. As a matter of fact, on our last vacation that we took, it was a 5-star hotel golf course resort. And let me tell you, we saved $2,800 for staying a week there. $2,800 in my pocket, and I'm experiencing the exact same thing as everybody else. Doesn't that make sense to you, to have the extra money in your pocket and still be able to take that kind of vacation? Yes, I thought so. Okay, here's another one. You ever been to Las Vegas? Yes. Do you like it there? Yes. Oh, okay, well, check it out. Right there on the Strip, 2 bedrooms, that's 4 adults. Look at that. $1,386 is the lowest price for the same exact room. Our member price is $459. You have $900 in your pocket to go see shows, get something to eat, to maybe play a game of chance or two, or whatever you like to do in Vegas. Hey, you got $900 in your pocket to do it. Doesn't that make sense? Okay, very good. Now, I want you to know how we're able to do this is our company strips out all the commission, all the extra fees, strips it all the way out and offers the travel product to you at wholesale prices. So our company doesn't make any money at all on any kind of travel that I'm showing you through this membership. Okay. What they do is they make their money selling memberships. Okay. So let me just keep going. You'll see that it's not only rooms, not only resorts, not only hotels, but also rental cars. Here's a full 7-day rental car for an SUV. Can move a bunch of people if you're going to a convention or something special. Lowest price on the internet for the exact same car, the exact same time. Look at our member price. My wife loves to save a little extra money. Do you like saving money too? Yes. Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. Well, let me continue on. Have you ever taken a cruise? Yes. Okay. One thing I love about cruises the most is just all you can eat all the time. And my wife and I, we love to eat. So think about this. Not only are you getting everything I'm showing you, cruises right there at your fingertips, 17 different cruise lines to choose from, all the ones you've heard of, plus yachts and sailboats, all of that's right there at your fingertips on your member-only booking engine. But you're also going to get reward points. Reward points you can use instead of using cash at all. Can you imagine you and your wife deciding to go somewhere special, looking up and you got enough reward points to not even pay any money out your pocket, just use your points? That's one of the benefits of being a member. But I do want you to know, we're not the only travel and vacation membership out there. As a matter of fact, I've seen others that look almost identical to ours. The difference is their membership costs $5,000, $10,000. I've seen some that cost as much as $30,000 just to save when you travel. So I'm going to show you in a minute how much our membership costs. But let me ask you a few questions. I want you to be really honest with me. Do you think it makes sense to go where you want, when you want, and have the lowest possible prices anywhere? Does that make sense? Does it make sense to save on business trips and luxury trips? Does it make sense that you don't have any blackout dates? You can use the booking engine as much as you like. There's literally no limit on how much you can use it. Does that make sense? Does it make sense that if you find it somehow, some way cheaper, just call or let our corporate office know, and they'll pay you 150% of the difference? Does that make sense? Well, you'll be happy to know that a membership is only $199. That's it. Plus $59 per month. And there's also some fees and some taxes included in that. But keep in mind, I want you to hear me clearly. It's $199 one time, and $59 per month. But by the way, I'm going to show you in a minute how the $59 goes away. You ever seen that Allstate commercial? A deductible that goes away. Well, we have a membership fee that if you want to, it can go away. Now, let me ask you a few things. Do you think it makes sense what you just saw to do the same thing and pay less? Do you think that makes sense? Yes. Do you think it makes sense that your significant other, your spouse, your mother, your kids would like to do a little more traveling? And wouldn't it make sense if it was a little better on your budget? Yes. Okay, very good. I want you to know that this is the end of the membership overview. Now, the reason I say it's the end, because you can get the membership, you can use it as much as you want. You don't have to tell anybody about it. I've got a lot of medical doctors that I work with. They don't want even their friends to know they have the membership. They want to keep it a secret, and that's okay. You'll buy your membership and nobody will ever call you. You can use it as much as you want. It's all yours. Pay your $59 a month. And as you can see, the savings justifies having the membership. But let me ask you, and tell me honestly, would you like for your $59.95 monthly fee to go away? Yeah, sure. Okay. We have a referral program, and I'm going to share with you how not only you can get the fee to go away, but you can let your friends book and save money too. You can make money and even have a money back guarantee. We call this our referral program. Now, let me share with you how it works. You don't have to keep this a secret. Just simply refer this to 3 other members that come aboard just like you at $199 and $59 a month plus the taxes and the fees. And guess what? Now your membership becomes absolutely free. We call that 3 and free. Just refer this to 3 others. They become members. Your membership is free. I want you to know they waive that each month. You don't have to refer to 3 every single month. Refer to 3 active members and your membership fee is waived from then on. However, there is another option here. You have the option, should you choose to, and I think it's a good idea, to upgrade your membership to platinum. Now, when you do that, you're going to be able to take advantage of a little bit of technology. You're going to be able to give something away for free and earn money for giving something away for free. And it also comes with a guarantee. We call that our Share, Save, and Earn program. Now, in order to upgrade your membership to platinum, it is a one-time fee of $200. $200. How many times? One time. That's right. One time. But here's what it allows you to do. Now you're able to invite other people to book on your wholesale booking engine. Now keep in mind, they're not going to get prices as low as you. You paid for that. You became a member. But they are going to get prices below the public price. So they're going to save a little money, but whatever they save, you're going to earn. So if they save $50, you earn $50. Not bad. They're going to save $1,000, you earn $1,000. They save $200, you earn $200. Does that make sense? And by the way, if you don't like what you're experiencing at the end of 12 months, you follow our simple and fun system. They'll refund you back the money for the $199. They'll refund you back all of your $59.95 monthly payments. They'll even refund you back the one-time upgrade fee to platinum. Let me share with you a little bit more about the Vortex. That's the platform that you're going to share, save, and earn. Let's just say that your neighbor was going to travel somewhere, and you said, "Oh, you guys going out of town? Have you booked it yet?" You haven't. Well, you know, my wife and I have a wholesale booking platform. As a matter of fact, I can just, give you the access code and give you some information. You can log into our wholesale platform. Maybe it'll save you some money. Oh, okay, that'd be great. They go in, they find the vacation they were going to take. It costs $2,069. And they say, well, let me see if that really is lower. They went to a highly advertised website and got the exact same for $2,600. So your neighbor is now going to save $600. My question to you is, who is happier? Is your neighbor happier for saving $600? Or are you happier for earning $600? And no matter what the answer is, I let them know both of you guys are happy, because your neighbor doesn't know that you made $600, and you're happy because you helped your neighbor save $600, but you also made $600 and didn't do anything but gave them something free. As a matter of fact, I work with a lot of pastors. And whenever I show this to a pastor, the pastor and the first lady always want to get their membership. They want the lowest possible price, period, not even a question. But then they say to their congregation, hey, the church has a wholesale travel booking platform we want to give you all access to. There's no cost to you. Use it as much as you like to. Go check it out. If we can save you any money, that's great. But I want you to know, whatever money you save compared to what you can find elsewhere is going to become a donation into the ministry. And who doesn't want to help their ministry? It makes sense. The pastor gets additional seeds planted into the ministry. He's also able to pass on savings to the congregation. Everybody wins. But I mentioned to you earlier about our risk-free guarantee, our money-back guarantee. Let me tell you how that works. Once again, a quick review. You're able to share this booking platform with others. If you are a platinum member, you can share with them. Whatever they go and save is exactly what you will earn. And keep in mind that your success is guaranteed because you will be able to save. Can you please put your phone on mute? Can you please put your phone on mute? Can you mute out your line? We can hear you. Okay, I did it myself. All right. Now, keep in mind, your success is guaranteed because you follow our simple system, and that's just adding people to your vortex, the share, save, and earn program. And once you do that, it's free for them. Whatever they save, you're going to earn. But keep in mind, folks, if you're not happy at the end of 12 months and you're a platinum member, they'll refund you the cost to join, which is $199. They'll refund you all of your $59.95 monthly payments. They'll even refund you the cost to upgrade to your membership for $200. They'll even refund that to you less any money you've earned. So you can't come in here and earn $500 and then say, I want my money back. They're not stupid, but they want to give you a guarantee and remove all the risk. Now, what I've done is I've just gone over the membership presentation, and I've just told you about the referral program where you get your 3 members and your monthly fee is free. And I've even shared with you how you can upgrade to platinum, and now you have no risk at all. You got the money back guarantee, and you can share this. My wife calls it the friends and family plan. You can give it away to all your friends and family that don't want to be members, but they want to save some money. Whatever they save, you're going to earn. Now, here's where I'm going to ask you, are you interested in earning extra income as well? You are? Okay, well, let me share with you how this works. First, let me share with you a quote by the 3rd richest man on the planet. Mr. Warren Buffett said, to increase your wealth, start a business. You'll be happy to know that the earnings program, the business side I'm showing this, is $10 a month. So starting your business side of this is not very much. It's only $10. But he said the things that you like to do should be a hobby of yours. But the thing the world likes to do should be a business of yours. What does the world like to do? The world likes to travel. Don't you think it makes sense that if you're going to be traveling anyway to pay less money, don't you think it makes sense if everybody else is traveling that you can get a little piece of the pie? If you don't think this is the largest industry in the world, go down to the airport and see if you're the only one there. Everybody knows airports are packed constantly. People are traveling for business, traveling for fun, for leisure. People love to travel. That's why we think this is the best business of all. It's the perfect business. Why do I say that? It doesn't cost much money to start. You don't have to worry about having a lot of money to do this. This takes up zero amount of your time. It takes up no time to save money if you're going to travel anyway. It takes up none of your time to point people where they can learn about this without you showing them. You have completely flexible schedule, so it takes up no time. You're your own boss, and there's step-by-step training, and you have unlimited income potential. Now, the structure I'm getting ready to show you, I'm going to show you how to get paid even when you're not working. So if I can show you how you can get paid while you're sleeping, would that be a good thing? Yes. Okay, well, let's talk about that. Now, I already talked about the 3 and free. Remember that? That's where you referred 3 and your fee became free. Now, you refer 4 more members that come in your first 30 days, and guess what? You're going to earn a $1,000 bonus. Now, here's what I believe. I believe an extra $1,000 makes a difference. So let me ask you a question. If you had an extra $1,000, would it mean something to you? Yes. Okay, great. Well, here's how you get there. The first 3 that you refer, and I'll help you do that if you need my help. The first 3 that you refer makes your fee go away. So now you're not even paying anything. And if you want to do the earnings program, again, the whole business side is $10. But think again, add in 4 more people that want to become platinum members just like you, the risk-free guarantee, with the friends and family program, and you're going to earn $1,000. Do that in 30 days. Could you use an extra $1,000 in 30 days? Yes. Okay. But keep in mind, you're not just going to earn $1,000 one time. You're going to earn $1,000 every single time it grows by 7 platinum members. Think about that. 7 people that saw what you saw, wanted what you wanted. Whenever it grows by any combination of 7, whether you referred them or not, maybe Brittany brought in 1, Deborah referred in 3, so hers is free. George brought in 3, so his is free. Well, 3, 3, and 1 is 7 for you. That's an extra $1,000. Keep in mind, you can earn that $1,000 once a month, once a week, once a day, once an hour. Now, I want you just to take a look at this. Everybody's face you see up there are people you personally referred. You're going to make 30, 30, 30, 30, 30 on the ones you personally referred, and those are all paid to you next week. But the people you don't know, those little blue dots, they represent $20 bills. So think about that. The people you don't even know are paying you 20, 20, 20, 20. Whenever it grows by 7, it's another 1,000. So you're earning the 30s, you're earning the 20s, and every 7 pays you 1,000. Now, as this continues to grow, and believe me, people just don't know about it. I think it's really going to grow. Once it grows to 100, you're going to make a $10,000 bonus. You don't have to go on Family Feud or Price is Right. You can earn a $10,000 bonus from the comfort of your own home. Let me ask you a question. Would it be nice if you got a $10,000 bonus in mail and a check in the mail, and when you went and told your husband, you went and told your wife? Wouldn't that be cool? Yes. Okay, great. Well, once again, as it grows, any combination of 100 in an area we call your Team Builder Network, that's going to pay you a $10,000 bonus over and over and over and over every 100. So you got the 30, 30, 30s, the 20, 20, 20s, to adding up to 1,000 here, 1,000 there. Once it hits 100, it's a $10,000 bonus. Let's recap. Again, everybody you personally referred this to, you're going to make $30 for each personal membership referral. But it gets better than that, because you're going to make a 100% check match on those that you personally referred. Now, here's what I mean by I say check match. On their marketing commissions that you just saw, not the bonuses, but the marketing commissions, you're going to make 100% match. They earn 30, you earn 30. They earn 20, you earn 20. Do you work right now a job? Yes. At your job, when they pass out paychecks, would it be cool for you if you were matching 5 or 6 other people's paychecks? Oh, yeah, that would be great. Yeah, that's what the check match does. Remember, every 7 platinums with that money back guarantee, that's going to pay you $1,000. And the people that you don't know, you go to bed at night, somebody else came aboard, you wake up, you may have earned 20, 40, 60. For each of those sales people you don't know, it's $20. Now, here's what I want you to hear. You refer this to 100 members, just paying the $199.59 a month in the fees, just paying that. In 100 days, you're going to make $50,000. Let me go over that one more time. 100 memberships, not by you personally, but anywhere in your Team Builder Network at the $199 level, in 100 days is going to pay you $50,000. Now, do you like what you've seen so far in the earnings program? Yes. Now, let me get to the good part. I know you thought this was the good part, but let me get to the good part. I'm excited to show this to you because we have a long-term program called our Director Program. Now, in our Director Program, we have all sorts of perks. In addition to these perks, you're going to start to receive what I call a salary. In other words, they're going to pay you every month in addition to what I've shown you so far. Once your team grows to 500, that's not 500 you brought in, but 500 anywhere in your whole organization, no more than 1/3 and one leg. You pick either a Dodge Charger or a Dodge Challenger. They buy the car, they pay the insurance, and they pay you $2,000 director pay for gas money. Now, you can buy more than gas money. They're going to send you a check of $2,000. You can do whatever you want. But I think the car drives better. It feels better. It looks better when somebody else is paying for it, paying the insurance, and paid you $2,000 to drive it each month. Don't you agree? Yes. Okay, great. By the way, it took me a little less than 60 days to earn that. So it is very possible. There's no time limit. Take as much or little time as you want. There's some people that are going to take a year to get it, 2 years to get it. But once they get it, they got it. So it's all there. Keep in mind, it doesn't stop there, though, because once you hit the regional director level, they're going to pay you $4,000 every single month in addition to the compensation plan I've shown you. Really, it's a conversation plan, not a compensation plan, because you're just having conversation with people if they'd like to pay more, pay less. You show them what they can learn. But now you got to choose between a Jaguar, a BMW, or a Mercedes. Which would you choose? Okay, you like the Benz. How about you, sir? You like the Mercedes. How about you, ma'am? You like the Jag. Okay, fantastic. Well, as it continues to grow, you're also going to have an $8,000 monthly bonus every single month. And now you have an automobile on your wrist. We call that the presidential Rolex. They start at about $25,000. So you're wearing the watch, you're driving the car, and you got $8,000 every month coming in, plus the compensation plan I showed you with the 1,000, the 10,000, the 30s and 20s. You still have that. Now keep in mind, once it grows to 10,000 in your total group, keep in mind, now you have $12,000 per month monthly income. And now you choose, but that income is in addition to the compensation plan, or should I say the conversation plan. But then you choose between a 2-door or a 4-door Bentley. Which would you choose, the 2-door or the 4-door? Which would you choose? You want the 2-door? Very good. How about the 4-door for you, sir? That'd be good? Okay, excellent. Which would you choose, ma'am? Okay, which would you choose? So I get people dreaming and thinking about that, which Bentley would they choose? And of course, I let them know that we also have the $1 million cash bonus. So they're still earning $12,000 every single month, plus the compensation plan. And then they're going to pay you $1 million cash bonus, but there is a catch. The catch is they pay you a $500,000 lump sum. And then a year from now, they pay you another $500,000 lump sum. Is that okay with you? Yes. Oh, okay, very good. Well, this pretty much sums up the overview. Did you like the membership program? Do you think that makes sense? Yes. So you're saying you think it makes sense to pay less money when you're going to do something anyway instead of more? Yes. Now, would you be interested if your monthly fee went away? Yes. And the money back guarantee would be something you might be interested in? Yes. Okay, very good. Well, let me just kind of share with you then that the earnings program is right here at your fingertips. You're not by yourself. We're going to help you to do this. So remember I told you I was going to show you this at the end, ask if you like what you saw. Just be honest with me right now. Tell me the truth. I mean, really, be upfront. From everything you've seen so far, all I want to know is, did you at least like what you've seen today? Do you at least like what you've seen? Yes, I do. Okay, well, let me give you what they gave me. Here's an application, and here's a pen. There you go. You can't think of a price that our company doesn't want to pay you. We just don't know what your name to put on your checks or where to mail your checks to. So you see right here, that's where it says name. You put your name there and your information there. We're going to key that in, show you how to do it. You're going to keep this form and then select whichever one you want, membership only, or you want the membership with the guarantee. And that pretty much sums up how I do the actual presentation. And then after I get the presentation done, I congratulate them. I recognize our new CEO, somebody that started their own home business enterprise. And I let them know that I'm required to do a real quick training, and I can show them how to make an extra $2,000 in the next 2 weeks. And I move immediately after they complete the sign-up process. I go to the 3-step get started orientation training. And I simply let people know that I'm going to do a quick 3-step orientation welcome training. And the purpose of the training is to help you get set for success, help you properly launch your business, help you to make a real commitment to your own success. First thing I want you to do is become a product of the product. What I mean by that is we want you to begin to think about where you want to go on vacation. To truly get set for success, we want you to enroll in the Share, Save, and Earns program. Get the guarantee. Get the Vortex, the Family Friends program where you can share, save, and earn. And then write down what your 90-day goal is. So at the end of 3 months from now, you would like to have earned how much money? You'd like to have a team of how many people? And the first thing I want you to do is to build a list of customers and build a list of business builders. I want you to think about your easiest 10 for you to share this with, people in your inner circle. Then think about, if they did join you, who would be your best 10? So write down your easiest 10 names and your best 10 names, and look in your cell phone under contacts, add 5 more. That at least gives your support team leader a list of 25 people to help you with, because our first goal is just to help you bring aboard 3 to get it free. Now we want to help you to properly launch your business. I'm going to come back to the magic question in a moment, but I have a website set up called jetsetlegend.com, jetsetlegend.com. If you go there, you'll see 3 short videos, step 1, step 2, step 3. We want you to accept the 100 look challenge. That means whether it takes you a month, 2 months, or a year, We want you to get 100 people to go to this website and see step 1, step 2, step 3. All they're going to say is, yes, they like it, no, they don't like it, or maybe they like it. Yes, no, or maybe are the only answers. If you get 100 people looking at it, you're going to come out and be a really, really successful member in this platform. Do you accept the 100 look challenge? Yes. You think you can get 100 people, 5 today, 2 tomorrow, 3 over here, but slowly we want you to track and keep count of how many people you had go and look at this. We do all the work. You just got to point there. We want you to book 3 home presentations. Let me break out my calendar. Okay, let's see. I've got Tuesday night at 7:30. I've got Wednesday night at 6:30. And I've got Saturday at 10 a.m., 2 a.m., and 5 a.m. Which one of those do you want? Okay, I got you down for Tuesday. How about one of these Saturdays? I got to book 3 of them for you. So I got you for Tuesday at 7. Let's do Saturday at 2. Very good. And let's come back to the next Tuesday at 7 also. Very good. So now we got your 3 booked, and I'll go over with you what to say, how to book them. Between those 3 parties, we should get your first 3. Okay, because the next thing to launch your business properly is to get 3 and free qualified now, right now. We want to shoot for you to have 3 people today go look at Jet Set Legend and introduce them to me. Can you do that? Yes. Okay, perfect. So now let's go over how to make a commitment to your own success. Why are you doing this business? Here's what I want you to think about. If you followed our step-by-step system, let's say you start to make more money than you ever thought you would. What do you hope to accomplish long term? What is your goal to achieve in the big picture scheme of things? What is it you really, really want? Oh, I want time freedom and I want financial freedom. Okay, very good. Write that down, what that looks like for you. See, I think people stop doing something when they forget why they started in the first place. So write down your why. Now that you got it written down, I want you to put it up on your mirror in your bathroom, the side of your nightstand, the sun visor of your car, in your closet, on the refrigerator. I want you to see your why every day and make a 12-month commitment that no matter what, you won't quit, that you're going to hang in here. You're going to keep going. Can you do that? I can do that. Very good. We want you to stay plugged into conference calls, trainings like these, the events that we're going to have, and make a personal commitment that you'll grow as a person in this process, that you'll listen to a tape, you'll read a book, you'll watch something empowering, that you personally will grow along the way. Now, I told you I would come back to talk about the magic question. That's what I use when I'm sharing this with other people. So what I'll say is, if you had an extra $500 a week, would it mean something to you? Oh, it would. Well, maybe I can help you with that. Maybe I can be a blessing to you. See, it opens up the conversation. Instead of just calling somebody up and telling them you run across something, I said, well, let me ask you a question. If you had an extra $500 a week, would it mean something to you? Well, of course it would. Well, man, maybe I could be a blessing to you then. I happen to know something that I think could put that kind of money in your pocket right away. Grab a pen. Write this down. JetSetLegend.com. Go there and click on step 1, step 2, step 3. You see the whole thing in about 20 minutes. Call me back and I want to fill you in on some other stuff that I know, but you got to see this first. And that really covers the overview, folks, of what we do and how we give a business presentation, the science of it, the art of it. So I hope this was a beneficial overview for you, that you get an opportunity to really see how this is done at a very high level. And there's some nuances I can't really go through on this platform here, where you're able to interact with the audience, you're able to get them to dream or start saying anything. So that's the important thing. I want to stop the recording right now, and I want to thank each and every one of you for chiming in, and hopefully you learned a few nuances to make you better presenters as you're sharing your business platform. Remember, if you want to be a big business builder, a top money earner, you've got to show this presentation 4 to 6 times every single week, preferably in a group setting. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see each and every one of you soon. Remember, the harvest is plenty, abundance is your birthright, and greatness is your destiny. Goodbye for now, folks.